What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is October 9th of 2017. Well, folks, as you all keep up with cryptocurrencies, I know a lot of you yesterday were worried about the supposed altcoin sell-off that was going on. Practically all altcoins were down comparative to Bitcoin, which was up around 3 to 4%. And there's a certain reason for this that I think a lot of people aren't really paying attention to. And I think too much people get caught up in the price of things, okay? And they get caught up in the short term, like, Nick, I just bought into, a Neo or Monero or Ethereum or whatever it may be, and I'm down on my money. Should I get out now? I'm down single-digit percentage points, almost double-digit. Folks, you can't FUD on things. You can't sell things instantly. I'm just letting you all know. I'm looking out for you in this sense. There's a lot of people yesterday who they panic sold their holdings, and most things have rebounded a lot of their losses. As you all know, I'm holding most of my altcoin positions still, and I think they're going to do good over the next few months. I think we're going to have the second altcoin run like we saw back in May and June. Now, to be fair, I don't think it's going to be as drastic and as powerful, but altcoins in general, if you stay diversified, in my opinion, will beat out Bitcoin. The only problem right now is that Bitcoin has a big event coming up, which is going to give its investors a lot of value, depending on how you interpret it. And that is Bitcoin Gold. Holders of Bitcoin are going to receive Bitcoin Gold. Whether people like it or not, that is what's happening right now. And when that happens later this month in October, Bitcoin investors are going to get, much like with Bitcoin Cash, another multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency, pretty much out of thin air, forked. And they're going to get that in their wallet once the wallet is released, and they'll be able to have Bitcoin Gold as well as Bitcoin Cash if they've been holding it through there. So, again, this is why it's happening. I want to let you all know in a fundamental sense, the reason why this is happening is because of Bitcoin Gold, okay? So there's no reason to panic. When you see these kind of, the mass majority of cryptocurrencies kind of selling off, some double digits, some just, in the red. I mean, this is common practice. Altcoins sometimes will move contrary to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has something very, beneficial about it, it's standard to happen. If Apple comes out with the next big phone, Microsoft stock is going to go down. Or, well, I guess not Microsoft. Microsoft's not in the space, but maybe the next laptop or computer or some kind of mobile device that they're all competing on. Things counteract with one another, but at the same time, both sides can benefit. Just like how we saw back in early 2017 going towards the summer, we saw that both altcoins and Bitcoin did well. And even when Bitcoin was going up 2 or 3 times its original valuation, we still had altcoins killing it more than Bitcoin. Some of them going up 10, 15, 20, or even 100 times their original valuation. And we can see that with a lot of cryptos. Still, we can still see a lot of those great gains, but it's going to take a little bit longer. We're going to have to be a little more patient, and we can't get emotional about stuff. We got to think about things in the long term. No time for, excessive trading. We've got to think about this long term, folks. We can do swing trading all we want, but this isn't enough to swing. If you're getting emotional over 4 to 5% swings in price action, you shouldn't be trading, okay? Just sharing that as a friend, not insulting any of you, not trying to get, be rude to any of you in any sense. But again, it can be kind of tiring because I get so many PMs like, Nick, you need to cover altcoins. You need to cover what's happening. Look at the market cap. Nothing really happened. Now, if we look at the altcoin space, to be fair, that's a little bit different. We dropped from $76 to $74 billion in value. That's it. That's not much in the altcoin space either. I mean, again, we have to look at this in the longer term perspective. This is building up for the next uptrend, folks. What we got the other day with Bitcoin going up and other altcoins going down was enough market cap gain to get over the 150 mark. And we even almost retraced down, if we take it closer here, and almost got a bounce off the $150 billion mark, almost confirming price strength confirmation. If anything, this is bullish. So how should you take this? How should you take all these altcoins selling off? Well, I'm not saying that you should take one side or the other. As you all know, I hold a Bitcoin position. I will always hold a Bitcoin position, as well as altcoins if there seems to be bullishness in the market. I usually pull out of some of my altcoins if it seems like markets are in a bearish tone or we're stepping into a kind of fearful market. Right now, though, things are exuberant. People are excited. As you see, people are going towards Bitcoin Gold, or the excitement of Bitcoin Gold, and that's why they're buying Bitcoin. That shows that everyone believes the hard fork that's coming is going to be beneficial. It shows that fears of SegWit, not there. That being said, because of that, we have much more reason to be exuberant about altcoins. The stability of altcoins long term, okay, maybe not over a week or two because everyone's going out to chase Bitcoin Gold, but for the long term, people are looking for stability in Bitcoin because they know Bitcoin makes up 50%, don't believe it's right there, 50% of the overall market cap and valuation of cryptocurrencies. If Bitcoin fails, altcoins will go down long term. If Bitcoin goes up, altcoins will do fantastic. Many of them will outperform. And I was looking at Monaco, for example. I'll be honest, I haven't checked and seen if there's any news with it, but Monaco came up and completely closed above its lows because to many investors, this was just too cheap to give up. I mean, and that's not the only one, like Navcoin, for example. I was down extensively on Navcoin, and you know, I've been holding Navcoin stably. I thought it was going to hold up here around 20,000 Satoshis. I'm down pretty drastically on it out of most of my trades. I'm not going to panic on it. It's more of a long-term holding. And again, my objective's up here. And look what would have happened if I would have sold. You know, what if I was like down here and I let the ultimate emotion let it take over me, and I was just like, oh, I gotta get out, gotta get out. And look at that, rebounded right back to where it was. You can either be on the winning end or you can be on the losing end. And sometimes you'll be on the losing end originally, but sometimes you just gotta accept that you were and wait for it patiently to come back up. That's just how it is sometimes, folks. And it's the same with so many cryptocurrencies on here. Storage, for example, bouncing up relatively nice. The one that I'm like almost screaming is just such a steal, and I'm going to be adding some later on today. I still hold some. Is ARK. ARK is extremely cheap here, and what I'm thinking it's going to probably do, you know, sorry to kind of get, you know, sidetracked by this, but I thought I'd show you all. I really think what we're going to see is a pullback to the 100-day on this one. There we go here. I'll make it nice and clear for you. I'll see. Because see, look, it's pulling back down to the 100-day. We had support here in the past. I mean, this is a steal. There's so many altcoins out right now. Stratus, dirt cheap. Civic, dirt cheap. Neo, at a nice pullback and still holding strong. Vertcoin, at a pullback again. So again, I think there's so many great opportunities out there in the altcoin space. And even Ripple is gaining some traction in this market of fear. It's doing great. Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum broke through the triangle. Now, that might be something to watch for. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But again, you know, there's so many cheap altcoins right now. Litecoin's looking relatively cheap, etc. I could go through the entire list. But again, there is a lot in this space that you should keep an eye on. As Bitcoin continues to go up, much like we saw back here during the first initial bull rally of the year, I think we're going to see much of the same. This is just giving me absolute confidence that markets are confident. So, I wish Bitcoin would stay cheaper for long so I could add more to it, but I'm not going to lie to you all. I think we're going to continue going up. We gave, you know, it was literally what I said in the video. I was like, you know, if it can get above here, I'm going to stick to it. I think markets are going to be, you know, bullish. And this isn't a head and shoulders anymore. You can't make that argument because you had the shoulder, the head, and then oh wait, no, Ryan, that's going up. So it's not turning over for the other shoulder. No, this is the next bull rally, folks. We had our pullback to 3,000. The institutional money came in. Buyers are still optimistic, and they're paying whatever price they can get for Bitcoin as well as other altcoins. It's a very, very positive market right now. So no need to panic, no need to fear. Let's think long term. And until then, everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.